Hi, I'm Jeff Byers. Welcome back. And this is UV mapping your crate part 2. We're in module 2. And you can see that I've got my UV maps nice and even. And you can see that I don't have any seams anymore. You don't see those white lines going across there. So these seams are perfectly aligned and looking very, very good. Alright, so I got those done. I'll let you guys go on your own. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to probably tackle anything. Now, underneath, you're not going to see much going on there, but I do see a lot of seams along here. So these are the next areas that I'm going to work on here for these seams. And I'm going to go make sure I'm back in right button, mouse, hold down, and click UV shell. And I'm going to go ahead and, the best way to find these shells is go ahead and just select them. This is how I work. Select those shells. And just hit the W key and just move those out of the way. And I'm just going to click on these shells over here. And I don't know which one goes where, but we'll find out pretty quickly. I'm going to right click on edge. We got lucky. Those edges are matching, so I can just go to move and cut. So UVs, and I know this one probably matches too as well. So move and cut. So UVs. There we go. So that one's done. So it's just tedious work. It's not hard work. UV shell. Select that shell, and you can see that there's no more seams there in the front and the back. So I'm going to do that for all of these guys right here, all the way around. Just select those like that, and I'm going to zoom out, and you can see they're all over the place. So I'm going to move that over here. Let's move that up over here by this one, and I'm just kind of getting these where I think they need to be. Let's click on those edges, move and so. There we go. And this one here. And sometimes you don't even have to get them close to each other. Sometimes you can just go to move and sew. There we go. So that works out really well. So that shell is good. So that's the bottom shell, and that's the top shell. Let's go ahead and go to this middle one. And I'm just going to go across here real quickly. You can see how fast we can do this. Okay. And move those out of the way. Okay. The same kind of thing. Alright, so where are we at here with these edges? Okay, so there's that edge, so I need to rotate around counterclockwise on this one. Click on the UV shell, hit the E key, and just rotate counterclockwise. And then I can click on orient shell right here. Okay, that'll perfectly align it. Hit the W key, click off of it, click on it again, hit the W key. Sometimes it's a little stubborn. So if you hit the E key for rotate and then you hit the W key and it's not doing it, it's not changing, click off of the object, click back on again, and then try it. Sometimes you gotta re-invoke it, click off and then click back on. It's kind of it's a bug. Let's move that up there like that. Right click over the edge, click on edge, cut and sew, move and sew. Let's find out where this edge is. Again, we're going to do this counterclockwise, so click on shell again and rotate that and orient shell. Back to edge mode, click on that edge. Is that not? Oh, it's on that side. Okay, that worked out good. Go to UV shell. And let's just move it down. I don't think we needed to move it down, but oh well. I like to line them up anyway. Alright, so move it so. There's that one done. Go to the shell and kind of move that over here like this, over with these guys. And we're going to do this this one here. And I'm going to do the same thing as we did before. Okay. Right. And to save time on the video, This is the last one I'm gonna do in front of you, and I'm gonna let you guys do this other band by yourself. Okay. Let's move those closer together. Again, I'm not sure which one is which. And I'm gonna go to the edge mode. That worked out pretty good. Moving so. And this edge here moving so. Okay, pretty simple. And then when I get that finished, I just kind of move that over. Let's put that one next to that one. And then we got one more to do over here. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, this one right here. And I want you to move and sew those together. Okay, so it's these over here. Just want to let you know. Alright, so go ahead and do those yourself. We'll come back in just a few moments. Okay, we're back, and we've got all these UV shells now completely finished. So if I highlight all those, you can see we've got more than half of the crate already completely UV mapped. So we don't have much left. Let's go ahead and do these corners. So I've got these UVs, move those up here right there. And I've got these UVs right here. Those go down below. That's a big chunk right there. That works pretty good. And then we're going to go to this side over here, and that piece right there. So I'm going to move that over here like that. Okay, so that big piece right here in the back, that looks like that needs to be rotated. Okay, like that. And then orient shell. Okay. I kind of want to see where this is. It looks like that's facing that way, so let's go ahead and double check that edge. Yep, there's the edge up there. And then at the very bottom we got the edge right there. Okay. So we could, because this piece is by itself, I can go back to, let's go back to shell, UV shell, and click on that little edge by itself. See where that is. It looks like that edge is right there. Okay. So I've got this edge, and that looks pretty good. And then these two side pieces. Right, so we're gonna put all those, lay those UVs out, and try to get those all situated so we don't have any seams. So what I'm gonna do is let's go ahead and see how this works. So click on that one, that edge right there. And you might have a different thing. I'm going to move and sew. So that works out real well. And click on this edge. Now this has to be rotated. This is not rotated right. I think it'll crisscross if I'm not careful. I'm going to try to do this, see if it'll work. It actually did it without crisscrossing. Once in a while, it will like fold it over, but it worked great. Click on this one right here, and go ahead and move and sew. See if that'll work. So that whole piece now, that didn't take very long, and so let's go ahead and do the other side with that as well. That worked out really nice. So let's move this over here with all these finished pieces. Okay. And let's go ahead and finish this one here. Let's get all these pieces put together and laid out. Move that up here, and we'll do the same thing with this one. And at this point we're going to go to edge, click on that edge, and move and sew. And click that edge. I always click on the edge of the bigger piece, so that one will match up. There we go. And then this one right here, let's go ahead. We'll click on this guy right here first. There we go. That works out really good on that one too as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go to shell and rotate that one. There we go. And orient shell. That looks good. Click off, click back on again. There we go. Alright, there's that end piece. So I got those pieces all done. Okay, so what do we have left? Let's go ahead and add those down here like this, and select all of them. Okay, so these are all the pieces we got so far. It's really coming along. Looks really good. Okay. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is the next bigger pieces here. So let's go back into shell, And let's click on this one and this one. Okay, and let's move those over to the side over here. Let's go to edge mode and click on the edge. That doesn't really work. Let's go ahead and do that one. Moving so. There we go. Click on that one. And shell, that looks good. Okay. Alright, so the next one we do is on the other side. And a lot of times I'll be moving things around. If I click on something and hit the F key, it'll focus on that polygon or vertex or whatever you end up selecting. Let's go back to UV shell over here and then click on the UV shells. Hit the Q key. And let's go over here and move those UVs. You can start seeing that starting to get all those little pieces out of the way. We're going to right click over it, go to edge mode. Let's click on that edge. Let's see if it'll flip. Excuse me. Let's see if it'll flip around, moving so. It did. Wow. Looks great. Go back to UV shell and move that over here like this. Alright. So there we go. Move those two over here like that. And so I'm just laying out those UVs. What else we got? These corner pieces are messed up pretty bad. So let's go ahead and do those and see if those are even possible to do. So let's click on. So those are broken up into smaller pieces here. Click on those three and see if we get those to look good. Right, so we're going to go ahead and move those out of the way. Alright. So let's see what we got here. Let's go back to edge and click on this edge right here. Okay, because we've got a seam right there, so I'm going to click on that edge. If I click on that edge here and do a cut so, it'll get those put together pretty nicely. This could be kind of weird. It's going to have a hard time sewing those pieces together. We can try. Moving so, and moving so. There we go. Okay, so not the best, because if I click on this, you can see that they're distorted. Okay, this is more of an organic shape than it is anything else. The problem is that it's going to have a hard time with those corners here. That's what's stretching. This is stretching too, because it's kind of at an angle here. It's like a 45-degree angle right here. Alright, so what I can do is I can click on the shell by itself, and let's see if this will fix it. So I can use my unfolding tool. So if you click on the arrow here, it'll open it up. And if I click on optimize or unfold is a better way of doing it. Let's go ahead and unfold it. That did better. It tried to. Let's go ahead and rotate that. It's kind of let's click on that again. So that did help. Let's Control Z back and so you can see what it was before. Okay. So I did unfold. Okay, right clicked over it and went to UV shell, select the UV shell, and then clicked unfold. It did it. It did a good job, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and click off of it and click on this again and rotate it. Okay, just want to rotate it so it fits a little bit better here. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's way better than it was. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. So let's do the rest of the pieces here the same exact way. We'll have to do all the corners the same way. So I'm going to click off of this. Alright, so that one's done. You can see that looks pretty good. Let's go back into shell, UV shell, and move that over to the side up here. Alright, so I'm going to have you guys do all these pieces like I did that one. And you're in UV shell, so let's go ahead and select all the pieces. Hold down the shift key and move those out of the way like that. And all you have to do is just go into your edge mode and click on the edges where the seam is and go ahead and move and sew. Okay, and click on, we have a seam right there, move and sew. Okay, and then we start move and sew these pieces together. Okay, all right, I'll do one more for you here so you guys get the idea. And it looks kind of janky, so I'm gonna go to UV shell, select the UV shell, and go to unfold. And there you go. I'm just gonna rotate it a little bit, click off, and hit the E key. Sometimes it doesn't do it right away. So if you click on it and hit the E key, it doesn't work. Just click off and click back on, and then hit the E key again. We'll rotate a little bit, and then what we're gonna do is do a orient shell. There we go. And that should orient this shell, and I'm gonna click on the checkerboard, and that looks like it looks pretty good. Okay, not too bad, right? Better than it was. Click on the shell again. I'm going to go and click on unfold, and that kind of unfolds it a little bit more. And then we're going to go click off of that and take that shell, hit the W key, and move it over. So I want you to do that to all of these corner pieces. And so I'll pause the video so you guys can go ahead and do all of the corner pieces. Okay, we're back. We got all the corners finished. And so go ahead and pause the video if you're still not finished. And I'm going to go to UV shell, and you can see all the corners are selected, and they're all looking really good. No more crazy looking seams, and so your textures will look really nice on there. Alright, so 45-degree angles I'm not too worried about. Those are easy to actually create. Let's go back into shell and see what these shells look like. And these shells are fine. These shells are perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select those and move those over here. Select this shell and move that over here, and those are perfect. I'm assuming those are the upper and lower. I'm going to hit the F key so I can rotate. Yeah, that's the lower part of it, and that's the upper part right here. There we go. That's good. And then we don't have anything on the bottom here. Everything looks good. What do we got on the sides here? It looks like right in through here. Okay. Those pieces there. Okay, those are all, let's move those over here like this. And I'm assuming these over here are these, yeah, those are those, over here, like that. Now if you don't want to see them on here, you could put these together. So you could take this edge here, and that goes to that one. So I'm going to go ahead and move and sew. There we go. Again, we got to be careful not to make it so long that makes it difficult to put in and restack it. So I'm going to go ahead and do one more edge. Okay, let's do maybe this one. Nope, this one looks good. Move and sew. Let's see if it'll move and sew it. Yep. There's that piece. Go ahead and UV shell. And we'll put these back over here so we know those are looking good. Here we go. Like that. And the rest of this stuff, let's take a look. Usually underneath here you see those pieces there. Let's take a look at those. See if those are the under pieces. Believe it or not, no, not all that. We actually got a little piece here. These little guys here need to go out. Those are important. Let's go back to UV shell and click on this UV shell. Okay, that's part of that. Okay, wait, I suppose we could add that little piece. Okay, let's add that little piece right over here. Move that over here, add this little piece right here, and see where that goes. Go to edge mode, click on that edge there, and sure enough that goes to that one. Move and sew. There we go. And we'll go ahead and go to this one right here. And we'll just do move and sew, and I'll pull that over. There we go. This one here, move and sew. And then this one down here, move and sew. There we go. That looks really good. Go back into here, shell. There's the shell, and then this piece right here that goes down to that bottom. It looks like everything's connected really nicely. There we go. That's good. I guess the only thing we have left are all these pieces right here. Let's take a look at those. And those are the pieces that go across on either side. And those are okay. So I'm going to move those. Those are, you can't do much more with these. In fact, you can't do anything with those. Let's just move those together and select everything. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the 4 key, and this kind of tells us where those are laying or lying in here. Okay. Those are such little small pieces that you'll never really see those. But you still have to have them laid out right. So those are facing up and down, so I'm going to go ahead and I want those facing up down as well. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate these guys like that, and then orient shells. You really want to make sure that they are facing the right way when you look at your model, because sometimes the texture grain, like something like rubber or something else like that, if the texture grain isn't fitting there, it's not going to look good. Go ahead and rotate that guy too as well. Get them all looking good. This one's being a little bit stubborn. There we go. Alright, so there we go. There's that piece. And then these pieces here, those are down there. Okay. Those are taking a lot of space. Okay. Normally with these guys, I kind of want, let's go ahead and take all those guys right here. You can actually have them occupy the same space. And that's what I would suggest that you do. Okay. So what you do is you take all of them like that, and you want them to go the right direction. So let's go ahead and rotate these the right direction, and then orient shell. There we go. Select all of them, and then we're going to stack them on top of each other. It says that we're going to go to the one that says stack shells. I'm going to move this up a little bit more so you can see it. So right here, stack shells. Click on stack shells. It'll stack them automatically together like that. Alright, whoops. Go ahead and select them all. Marquee select them to do all of them. We're going to do these guys the same way. I'm going to go ahead and select them all, and we're going to go click on stack shells. Okay, so that's great. So it's going to put those like that so that we know those are the stack shells. There we go. That's good. One last thing, we're going to click on this right here, these guys right here, and I'm assuming those are all the inside pieces, which I'm not too worried about. Okay. But we should have them rotated properly. So let's go ahead and find one of these. Hit the 4 key and hit the F key, and there it is. Kind of takes you where it is. So that one's kind of going up. So that is just about right, like that. And all these are going to be in their own different angles. And there's not much we can do, meaning that they're all facing in different ways. And we'll probably pack these ourselves. And so just kind of pack them so they make sense. And no, there's nothing wrong with your audio. I'm just being quiet. I'm just gonna lay these out. Sometimes sometimes people think this is pretty therapeutic. I don't feel that way. I think it's very tedious work. I'm used to it. If I wasn't just driving it, I would just get it done as fast as I possibly can. So there's those pieces there. We got some other pieces here we can kind of add on to those. Trying to pack these the best we can. And again, you know, I could probably go in here because you don't really see these things, and go ahead and select them all and do a stack, right? That could have saved me a lot of time. Instead of trying to lay out the UVs, because you really don't see these that much. So I'm going to go ahead and stack those shells. There we go. Cool. All the shells are stacked now. Okay. Put these over here. There we go. So that's it. There's our crate now. Completely UV mapped. Okay. And now we're going to go into the next video where we're going to take it and show you how to create UDIMs now with this set, and create UDIMs for probably 3 or 4 UDIM tiles for this. I'm going to hit the 5 key again, and if we click on UV shell and select all the UV shells, everything shows up now. Now we got it properly UV mapped with the fewest amount of seams possible. Now we could probably even go more, but we've got a curvature here, and that would cause a problem with some of these seams. But these seams are good because they're 45-degree angles, and that's okay. 45-degree angles are okay, or excuse me, not 45, 90-degree angles are perfect for having a seam. Those are perfect for adding a seam there. Alright, so that's great. Let's go ahead and go into the next thing, is checking the checkerboard and making sure everything is equal and everything's looking good. Hit the F key and kind of rotate around that. Okay, that looks really good. Everything looks great. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of that. And we're running out of time. We're already at 30 minutes, but this is what we have so far, and everything's laid out perfectly. So we got it laid out, and now we got to pack it back in again, and we're going to use UDIMs in the next video. Go ahead and save your scene. Alright, and this time I'm going to put down 22, and I'm going to put underscore UV layout. So we laid the UVs out. Now we're going to pack them back in with UDIMs. Okay, till the next video. We'll see you in the next